Hey, it's Casual Mike, and I tell you what, I don't know why it's hit me. It's hit me in October, maybe because I saw it when I go into the store. They're already getting ready for Christmas. I mean, Halloween, Thanksgiving, we got all these things going. We're already getting ready for Christmas. And for some reason, it just reminds me of seasonality. You know how like landscapers kind of adopted the Christmas theme for, well, seasonality, right? They weren't doing a lot of landscaping during the wintertime, so putting up Christmas lights, putting up Christmas decorations become part of their plan for seasonality. Well, do you realize that that way of adopting different things on different holidays or around different parts of the year actually originated well before? I mean, like way back. I'm talking about 100. Here's a story, right? 125 years ago or so, 100 plus years ago, we have a company that's well known, Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola was known forever as a warm weather drink, right? People just weren't drinking it in the wintertime. They didn't think about Coke as being something that you drank in the wintertime. Well, how'd they solve that? They co-opted the Santa Claus, right? The modern day Santa Claus, and kind of changed the whole economy in the process, because prior to Coke kind of adopting this Santa Claus figure, and you got to realize Santa Claus is kind of a mixture of three different figures, right? Kris Kringle, Father Time or Father Christmas, and St. Nicholas, kind of all mixed together. But he already had the red. He had the red and white suit, and he was kind of jolly. He was kind of, there. He was already there. So they didn't invent Santa Claus, but he did change, or Coke did change the way we look at him. All they did was put him into, well, an ad, right? Drinking a Coca-Cola. So Santa Claus drinking Coca-Cola, saying my hats are off to these folks, was the origination of an advertising campaign that got people to think and drink more Coca-Cola in the wintertime. So when you think about your seasonality, is there something you can do? Is there some way you can put into people's minds that your product is right even at this point in time? Seasonality is something we all have to deal with. Well, some of us, most of us. But the way Coke did it was masterful, and the way we think about the modern day Santa Claus can trace its roots back to around that time period, because prior to Coke doing that, you got to realize Christmas wasn't as big a deal as it is today. Why? Because most people were poor. They had less money, so they weren't thinking about Christmas and the birth of Christ. Easter was the big holiday back then. So Easter was the one where everybody spent their time, their energy, their focus, their family, and all that was around Easter. The death was more fascinating than the birth. Then comes Christmas, the giving of gifts, the thinking of others, and it sparked the whole economy where more religions got into play, because we can now think that Christmas time is a place for us to be economically viable. So Coca-Cola, thank you for bringing, joy to our lives and solving a seasonality problem that we can talk about. I'm Casual Mike. Talk to you.